Hey everyone, it's Glem3
and LlamaGal300,
and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. In the last part, we were about to hear Miss Oldbag's revised testimony, so let's go ahead with that. The other person.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. I come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag! This is the first I've heard of this! Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Phew. Okay, let's go. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security... Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. I'm gonna press on that because what does she mean by what is suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point here.
Come to think... Oh, wait. Poop. Come to think of it, couldn't you have thought of it a little bit earlier?
Classic old windbag maneuver, Maya.
Might be a useful tactic to remember for use in my future career as a windbag.
Let's find out more about this erased photo.
I guess we should just press everything.
I suppose.
Sposies.
Another job?
That's right, I checked all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Data? I like data for him. Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
Right. Oh, those are the only three things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
Fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from the gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
But who cares about that, right? Doing a good job as security then.
I know, seriously. The grate has been loose for a while. I didn't fix it because it hurts my back to lean over. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in from.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? The kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg, probably Larry Butts in costume. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear.
Well, impossible, I think. It's quite heavy on the judge, I know.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay it much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. Whee! I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information, and no forgetting vital information this time.
Let's go get pizza.
Yay! October 18th, 11:08 a.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. WP? Yes? Tell me straight.
Are you giving him the same voice as Gumshoe?
I don't know what voice I'm giving. I don't have a voice for him.
It's like a big burly man voice.
But his face is like, yeah! He starts getting upset. Were you really in the dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. Cause look. Cause that's
I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping honest.
That's your big burly man voice?
I'm a girl. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Yeah, it's pretty much the same voice. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. I can't do...
What?
Billy
You should take, Maya and Penny Nichols' voice is the same too, so.
I wouldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely
Subtle
suspect right
sniff.
now.
Nick? What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
Goody.
You don't sound very optimistic.
Optimistic pizza.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Ah, can't sniff that much. Sniffing is like the hardest thing to do.
That's a lie.
The court will reconvene for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. It's a very hard thing to do. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Willpowers. Well, obviously you're the prosecutor.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Oh my god. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Stakes. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
I think it's...
The security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Because Penny Nichols, the assistant, didn't know that Willpowers had to drag his leg, and the little boy couldn't hold the samurai spear, so it has to be the...
If there's anyone we can frame, it has
hag.
to be her.
Yes. Who?
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury.
And Nick's just flat out ripping me off. Alright, anyway, whatever. The security
lady. Oldbag, I thought it was you for some reason.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you!
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby.
More like Perry Mason or something.
That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Yeah, none of our clients ever have like motives, so
that did
why?
it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went into the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it just be nice to your kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
So essentially the proof is basically what they mentioned earlier with the spear, how he can't hold the spear. So basically just did it for you.
Is that really it?
I think so. I think that was what it was, right?
I thought it was because he didn't have a key card, so he wouldn't be able to get into Studio 1.
Oh yeah, I guess that's possible. I forget.
You want to just try? We've never lost an exclamation point.
One of our thingies will go poofy by.
I didn't even mention, for those of you who are seeing this for the first time, you have 5 strikes basically in a case. So in certain intervals, if you present the wrong evidence, you will get a strike. And if you get all 5 strikes lost, then you lose the case.
Yeah, they just go poof, poofy bye bye, and then you have like 4 more chances.
There's proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder.
I thought he can't do the spear. Maybe it's the keycard thing. That's possible.
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1.
Okay, yeah, I guess it was this.
Maybe they both work.
Sorry, guys.
They might both work.
Okay.
However, you need a keycard to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a keycard? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Let's make fun of her age some more. Wait a second! I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking off the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
My lips are sealed. That's a Hilary Duff.
No. What have you become?
I'm sorry. I swear I don't listen to Hilary.
It's like from the Kids Bop 13.
I know.
Probably from Kids Bop 362.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or what was the other thing? Like Now? Music Now?
No, or Radio Disney?
No, there used to be this thing that was like Now.
Oh.
Now 20...
Now 27, alright.
I don't remember.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see?
No, that seems legitimate.
So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day.
Okay, so even though I know what she's talking about, like,
yeah.
Like as we see how it unfolds.
Yes.
But seriously, if you were just like at a murder scene and people were just like, "Hey, we had nothing to do with this. Don't talk about us."
Yeah, it's like,
because that'd be more like, "Oh, okay."
That is so freaking suspicious.
Like, okay, whatever.
But if you're gonna go around accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Who is Scott and why is he so free? Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do as I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Yes, sir.
Was that Phoenix?
That was Phoenix.
Oh,
that was Phoenix's
all right.
conscience.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on that day.
I think you have to press everything, and then trial ends.
Huh? Don't spoil these things if that's true.
I'm sorry.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action sequence without a director? Of course! Tally-ho! Yes, well, I was surprised
Fish
on
and chips and all that. So, where were these people? That's you.
Oh, sorry, I thought this was part of the testimony. The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2.
Well, if you look at the guide map, there is a Studio 2. Notice it, whippersnapper. You go through the gate and then you go to the left.
Do they really expect you not to notice Studio 2?
Yeah, I know, I don't know why. The path where the monkeys... Oh, that's you.
The path where the monkey's head is falling over. We actually didn't look at that.
Yeah, you're right, we should have. I was gonna say look at the monkey, but...
But yeah, that's supposed to be a monkey, apparently.
But I was
Monkey's head fell over due to wind.
talking about the...
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Take a break?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Your Honor, you have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. If you keep trying to question, you just can't get anywhere.
Yeah, you just have evolving conversation, which is like funny.
Yeah. The director and the producer or some bigwigs were all present. Where does that name come from? Do they wear big wigs?
Yeah, I guess it was like you know how they have those like high curly wigs? Maybe it's like
no. Who has them?
I don't know. Ren.
Oh, the Rennerman. Okay. Yeah, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hope that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. That famous position in film, the Rimini.
Yeah.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. What was that?
It was Phoenix's conscience again?
Oh.
It just can't shut up. Sorry.
1:04 p.m. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been the old windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit and take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Probably because that's going to be me.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
That's right.
Defeat
the Huns.
Thanks, guys. Oh, see you guys next time.
Right,
Please
bye.
subscribe, comment, question in the description.
That making like the noise of like the button.
Hold it!